Hi guys, my name is Gavin, and today I'll be doing a tutorial on how to make a simple weapon recoil when you shoot it, as well as making a bullet fire out when you shoot. I'll also be modeling a simple weapon in this game, or a simple gun, but it's not going to be very in-depth, so it's just going to be for this tutorial. Alright, so I'm just going to get started. So to start off, let's right-click on this light and hit X delete, and right-click on this camera and hit X delete. Next, let's right-click on this cube right here and go from object mode to edit mode, or hit the tab button. Down here, let's click on the face select mode, and let's click on this face, right-click on it, and shift and right-click on this one, and hit E. Whoops. And then actually go over here and do extrude individual, like that. Then I'll actually extrude this one more time. Hit S to scale it down, hit E that way, something like that. And I'll hit E and go down here. Alright, so it's simple, but this will work for a gun. Actually, I might hit E one more time, make it look something like this. That'll work. Alright, so go back into object mode, and I'll actually label this as pistol really quick. So we're going to rename this as pistol, like that. That'll work. Next, what we're going to do is when we make our weapon recoil, we want to have it so that it's going to rotate back here, because if we rotate it now, I'm going to do RX, we see it rotates around the middle. And if you've ever played a game, that's not how a pistol really rotates, or if you've ever really shot a gun in real life, that's not how it rotates. So what I'm going to do is go into object mode. I'm going to hit tab, or actually tab to go into object mode, and right here I'm going to click on the edge, or the point mode, or the individual vertice mode. I'm going to hit Z to go into wireframe, hit A to deselect everything, and then hit B and drag over. So the letter B and then drag over. And once you have the bottom two corners selected, do mesh, snap, cursor to selected, and then do object, transform, origin to 3D cursor. Alright, so if we were to rotate it now as an RX, we can see it's going to rotate from that back corner, and that'll work. Alright, so now that we've got this going, we can actually animate our pistol really quick. So right down here, still in the default view, where you can pull this screen up, and this is how we're going to animate it. I'll set the start animation frame as 0, and the end is 5. With our and let's set this one to 0. So make sure it's 0, 5, 0, and this indicates what keyframe we're on. So on keyframe 0, I'm going to hit I, and then lock rotation, and then I'm going to go to 5. Actually, we'll do 4. Now 5 sounds good. 5, and then do I lock rotation. So if we were to hit play now, we shouldn't see any movement, and that's because this is going to be the start and the end of our animation. Next, what I'm going to do is go to 3, or exactly in the middle. Yeah, 3 will work. Actually, I'll do 2 for this one. We'll go to frame 2, and we'll rotate it just a little bit on the x-axis. Actually, we can do a little bit more. Make it a little dramatic. And do I lock rotation. Actually, I'll just do rotation for now. So if we hit play, we should see that it's just gonna do that. I'll hit Z to go back I'll do Z to go back out of wireframe. So we've got our gun doing that. So now we're gonna actually program it to do that when we hit the play button. So let's go into our game logic view, like that. And on our pistol down here, what we're going to do is create a script for it. So let's do always, like that. And let's do a mouse sensor. We'll name it as click, like that, and click tap. Keep it at left button. Then we'll do an add controller Python right here and connect these. Next, what we're going to do is do an add actuator action. And I'll just name this as pistol anim, as in pistol animation. And I'll name it, and I'll do that. So you want to add the pistol animation right here. And I'll put the start frame as 0, like our actual animation. The end animation frame is 5. Now connect these right here. Next, what we're going to do is do templates, Python, and game logic simple. And I'll delete the portion that I've highlighted. Next, we're going to hit Control and scroll up on our mouse to make our text larger. We'll rename this as scripts .py, and add that right here. Let's then add our click animation in here, or our click sensor, by doing click is going to equal content sensors click. Then we'll do pistol anim is going to equal content actuators pistol anim. Like that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is if we click the left mouse button, so if click.positive, what we're going to do is do const.activates pistol anim, that, and we'll have an else. So right as we if we're not pressing the if we're not pressing the button down, we're going to do const.deactivates pistol anim. And if we hit play now, we should see it's just going to do that. That'll work. Alright, next what we're going to do is with our pistol still selected, now that we've got the animation down, we're going to do object snap cursor to selected. And it was already there, but I just did it to double check. And we'll do spacebar and then add an empty. So add an empty cube. I'll hit 7 to go in the top view. And bring it in front of the barrel of the pistol, like that. And we'll do 3. And I'll drag this up. So we want to have it directly in front of our pistol like that. And let's shift and right click on our pistol right here. And we'll do add actuator, edit objects. And we'll do shoot as the name of the actuator. And we'll connect this right here. Now we want this to be, we want the edit object actuator shoots to be on our actual empty itself, because we want that to actually spawn the bullets. So let's now go into our second layer right here. So let's click right here. So now that we're in there, I'm going to hit Shift and C to get this back to the middle. I'm going to actually create a bullets for our pistol. So let's do spacebar and then add a surface sphere. Just do a normal sphere if you're using an older version of Blender. Now hit Alt and C to convert it to a mesh. And I'll add some movement to it. So let's do add sensor always. Click these first 3 dots. Do add actuator. Motion right here. Let's put 0.5. And let's get that right here. Alright, I'm now going to rename this as bullets because we want to have an easy name to remember, not surface sphere. And I'll give this a red coloring. And for good measure, I'll just rename this as red. Alright, so if we hit play now, we should see a red bullets moving forward like that. That'll work. Let's go back into our main scene, and let's click on our empty object. And on the edit object actuator, I'm going to add the bullets. Alright, and I'll put the time as 50 because that's how long we want it in the game. Okay. Now let's get that shoot animation, or the shoot actuator, sorry. Let's define that within our script by doing shoot is going to equal content actuators shoot, like that. And we'll have it so that if the click.positive, we'll have const.activate shoot. And then after this, we'll have const.deactivate and then shoot. Alright, so I'll just scroll out so you guys can get the entire clip. Scripts. So if we were to hit play now, we should see that if I click, it's going to shoot that bullet. And it's a little bit off time because the animation isn't in sync, but that's pretty much how it works. Alright guys, that's all I have for now. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. But for the time being, thanks for watching and have a good day.